Welcome back to the Bricks. I'm your host, Ken Boyer. As usual, broadcasting from BPR Studios. Here for another quick Bricks update and just a quick recap on the NBA draft last night and just point out a couple winners and losers. Starting off, I call Anthony Bennett as the #1 draft pick for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I pretty much knew he was going #1 overall. A lot of the experts and their so-called experts, they were all surprised, but, I could see that one coming. A lot of teams, jumped on a lot of players, and a lot of teams really just missed chances on, on getting some pretty serviceable talent, man, for your team. I mean, it was only a few elite players and game changers for you, and I feel like those players, went, first off the board. Victor Oladipo going second. I mean, feel like they jumped on him, but I guess they liked him better than Otto Porter. Hometown Detroit Pistons, passing on Trey Burke and anyone else, and picking up Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the #1 pick, and picking up also Peyton Siva in the second round. It's, a lot of people, man, a lot of chatter around Twitter and Facebook and everywhere, social media sites, and, people really are really hammering down on Joe Dumars for the pick. But I really think, it's not just a matter of, okay, Darko Milicic, he pick up, KCP, he pick up with this pick, and Peyton Siva. I don't think it's really, the pick. I really don't focus on the pick. I think it's really more of a theoretical thing, man. I think, it's his whole formula and his whole approach to management and building the team. I mean, he really has no, insight or, forward thinking, like picking up Darko Milicic, instead of, Carmelo Anthony or anyone else in the draft to pick up. He picks up, oh, hey, it'll be nice to have a center, another big man to go, to back up Ben Wallace, or maybe we run the Twin Towers scheme. Yeah, let's get the big man, the best big man we have available. The only problem is that big man is Darko Milicic. So you look and you find the best talent for your team, find a star. He just does not know how to pick stars. Same thing with KCP. Oh, it would be good to have a shooter on his team to go around, my big men who are not even established yet. Andre Drummond, Greg Monroe, you got potential pieces there and building blocks. You don't just go out. You still have no star, no building block, no foundation. You don't just go out and get a shooter, and a guy whose highest praise and highest ceiling people have him at as Rip Hamilton. So we just went through this whole saga of cleaning house and getting rid of Rip Hamilton. And now you're going to tell me that you're going back to draft the exact same person that we just got rid of? Literally, you're hoping and betting on a repeat of this person? I mean, season tickets on sale right now for the Detroit Pistons. This is ridiculous, man. I mean, you pass on Trey Burke, and you get KCP and then Peyton Siva. A lot of people I've seen on there leaving comments saying, hey, he got the guy that Peyton Siva who beat, Trey Burke in the championship game. It's like, where is your point guard? Where's your point guard? Fine, you get KCP and Peyton Siva. There are two guards to go along with Brandon Knight, Will Bynum. And don't tell me you sold on Jose Calderon. I better not see another point guard re-signing of Jose Calderon or something within the next month, or them come out and say Brandon Knight is our guy. Like, basically, we're just going to keep reliving the same nightmares over and over again here in Detroit. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. Fine, you go out and you feel like you need to draft these players and all these different things. You pass on Trey Burke and say, where's your point guard? Where's your point guard? And if you hope for this guy to be Rip Hamilton, where is he going to get a shot off? Rip Hamilton had to go through 80 screens to get a shot off. This guy can't create his own shot. And in the NBA, it's different. It's not you just standing around and shooting from college range. You got to adjust to NBA range. You got to adjust to being an elite shooter in the NBA. I mean, where is he going to get a shot off? If he can shoot the ball, they're going to just lock him down. Who's going to be the distraction? Who's going to set screens? Who's going to be any other option other than him if he is somehow able to be even Ray Allen or something where he can just shoot the ball? I mean, I'm just stunned by it. I mean, I just think Joe Dumars' approach is just I mean, I think that's the problem, man. It's crazy, man. The city of Detroit, man, the state of Michigan is just falling on hard times all the way around. You got, the city council and mayors in jail that caused the ruin of the actual city of Detroit. You got the Fords over there in the NFL with the Lions, who you can just count on them for a perfect travesty over and over again. And here now, Detroit Pistons and Joe Dumars become the crown jewel of them all. Kentavious Pope as your number one pick, and you pass on Trey Burke. Where is your point guard? I mean, you have a slew of tweeners and combination guards. You have no point guard. I mean, I don't get it, man. I don't understand it. What he's saying is, this is a guy that, this is the way I'm doing it. You take it or leave it. The fans, you're not important. Not important at all. It's not just about drafting Trey Burke or any other Michael Carter Williams, C.J. McCollum. Get a point guard. You have no point guard. I mean, I don't understand. Where are you planning on going from here? You see on the website, season tickets, reserve your tickets now. Welcome to Detroit. Kentavious Pope. 75% of the people were like, who? Unless you're an avid sports follower and you really are up on, the whole thing with scouting and combat. Most people, who is that? I mean, I'm just baffled, man. It's just like they really told you, how they feel. They're just fine with mediocrity. Not even mediocrity. I mean, this is just going to be horrible. Another train wreck. Another train wreck. I mean, you might as well have drafted Tim Hardaway Jr. if that was the point. You just want a shooter? Fine, draft Tim Hardaway Jr. But with a top 10 pick, wow. And you see the people fall right behind you and grab Trey Burke. Teams that's behind Minnesota, Utah, just doing deals just to make sure that they get their hands on this guy. I mean, that's a guy that you can give your program to, and you just got a brand new head coach, Maurice Cheeks for one. That's a whole nother story. But a former point guard, the first thing you see in any organization, new team, even in the NFL, first thing you do, the head coach coming in, they go out and they draft another quarterback, especially if you have a top 10 pick. You draft another quarterback, you come in, this is a guy you either gonna ride off into the sunset with, or he gonna ride you down to the dumps. Period. And I'm sure he didn't come in there and see Brandon Knight play and say, or Will Bynum or Jose Calderon and say, you know what? I can make this work. This is my guy. I'm going to pass on every point guard in the draft. And I'm going to go with Kentavious Pope. That's Joe Dumars actually absolutely dominating this thing. I mean, he's just going out with, and you hire Phil Jackson for an advisor for basketball operations. People was holding out for maybe he'll be the head coach. There's no way in heck Phil Jackson will be the head coach. I'm not that stupid, and most people not either. They couldn't pay him $50 million a year to come and coach this team or coach under Joe Dumars. No way. And the two decisions that he's been able to make, the biggest decisions in the head coach and the number one pick, is Kentavious Pope and Maurice Cheeks. You needed to hire Phil Jackson for that, or you just needed him as a front man to hide behind while you make the same decisions. that brought this city and this team to ruins. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. I mean, the fire Joe Dumars chatter is going up, man. It's been going up like flames, man. I mean, it's been going up. It's as high as the pyramids in Egypt. It's a wrap. I mean, they basically told you this is what you're going to get. You're going to get nothing better as long as I'm here, period. I don't care about what you think. I'm not thinking about changing my theory. You hire Phil Jackson, and these are the decisions that you make. This guy's a lot of gall, man, a lot of guts, man, to make the decisions and do what he's done. I mean, it's just crazy. I don't understand it. Where is your point guard? That's the thing. More than anything, you literally just loaded up with 2 more of the same players that you have too many of to get rid of now. You really just went and grabbed the same players, Will Bynum and Brandon Knight. You just went and grabbed the exact same players. When we think, okay, maybe they'll get rid of these guys and we'll do this and maybe we'll be able to. No. That's it. The Detroit Pistons, man, that's just awful, man. That's just awful, man. I'm really just sad to see this, man. But Ken Boyer here for another quick breaks update. See you soon.